Hi everyone and welcome to today's Power Maths session. So this week we're going to still be carrying on with our division unit and we're going to be looking today at sharing equally. So let's begin. So today we're looking at sharing equally. And for our Discover section we've got a chef and he's making some pizzas. How many pizzas has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's making 4 pizzas and he's got some ingredients to put on his pizzas. He's got some tomato, some red pepper, some mozzarella and some pineapple. Question 1a. Share 8 mozzarella between 4 pizzas. How many mozzarella should be on each pizza? Now before we answer this question, what does the word share mean? Have a little think. So what does share mean? These questions might help you. Can you think of a time when you have shared something? Why is it important to share? How do we make sure that we share fairly with our friends? What do we have to do? Okay, so hopefully you've had a little bit of time to think about what the word share means. So when we're sharing, we're making sure that we're giving one out at a time to each group, one at a time, so that each group have the same amount. So it's equal, because otherwise it wouldn't be fair. So this chef has got 8 pieces of mozzarella and he wants to share them between 4 pizzas. How many mozzarella will each pizza have? 1b. Share 12 tomatoes on 4 pizzas. How many tomatoes should be on each pizza? Have a little bit of time now to discuss this with somebody at home and then we'll come together and we'll share our ideas. Okay, so let's share our findings together. 1a. There are 8 mozzarella pieces and they are shared between 4 pizzas. And this little girl here says every pizza has the same amount of each topping. Share each topping out one at a time. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. So on this picture here, we've got the picture of the 8 mozzarella pieces. We've also got a picture of the 4 pizza bases. And the little girl has started to share the mozzarella pieces one at a time on each pizza base. So she's put 1 there and she's crossed it off to show that she's used it. 1 for the next pizza base and she's crossed it off again. 1 for the next pizza base and she's crossed it off again. And 1 for the next pizza base and she's crossed it off again. So we're going to carry on using the same method that she has started there. So I'm going to cross off the next one and I'm going to say 1 over here on the first pizza base. I'm going to cross off the next picture and I'm going to put the next mozzarella piece on the next pizza base. I'm going to do the same for the other 2. 1 for you and 1 for you. So we've got 1 for you, 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 1 for you. So she's shared them out equally. So how many pieces of mozzarella are on each pizza? Well, how many on this one? 2. How many on this one? 2. How many on this one? 2. And how many on here? 2. So there are 2 mozzarella pieces on each pizza. And she's actually grouped them now. So we're going to put a big circle like we've done in previous sessions around each group. So that's a group, that's a group, that's a group, and that's a group. How many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 groups, and how many are there in each group? There are 2. So there are 4 groups of 2. Let's look at question 1b. Now this time we've got 12 tomatoes, and these need to be shared equally between the 4 pizzas. So the little girl is using the same method. She started to share them out so that each topping gets shared out one at a time. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. So she's taking it in turns to put the topping on each pizza base. So she started to do that. You can see she's crossed off the first one, just put it on the first group. She's crossed off the second, just put it on the second group, and so on. So let's carry on. Cross that one out. 1 for you. That one out. 1 for you. Cross that one out. 1 for you. And cross that one out. 1 for you. Oh, I can still see we've got some tomatoes left, so we're going to carry on sharing them equally. 1 for you. 1 for you. 1 for you. And finally, 1 for you. So we've shared them one at a time until all of the tomatoes have gone. So how many tomatoes are there on each pizza? How many tomatoes are there in each pizza? There's 3 on this one, 3 on this one, 3 on this one, and 3 on this one. So we have shared them equally so that each pizza base have the same. Let's circle the groups. So that's a group, that's a group, and I'm circling them to make it really clear. That's a group, and that's a group. How many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many are there in each group? We know there are 3 in each group. So there are 4 groups of 3. So let's have a look at a few more examples in our Think Together section. Question 1. Share 16 pieces of pineapple between the 4 pizzas. How many pineapples should there be on each pizza? So we've got the 4 pizzas here, and we've got the 16 pieces of pineapple. So how many pieces of pineapple should there be on each pizza? So I'm going to get my pen and I'm going to share them equally by putting 1 piece of pineapple on each pizza at a time. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And I'm going to go back to number 1 pizza. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. And back to the first pizza, 1 for you, and 1 for you, and for you, and 1 for you. So far, all of the pizzas have the same amount. Let's carry on. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and finally 1 for you. Brilliant. I've shared them out equally. So how many pieces of pineapple are there on each pizza? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 4. Brilliant. We've shared them equally. There are 4 pieces of pineapple on each pizza. Now we've got a sentence. Now there are how many groups of how many in each group? So I'm going to draw a big circle around each group to help me. That's 1 group, that's 2 groups, that's 3 groups, and that's 4 groups. So there are 4 groups, and how many are there in each group? we know there are 4 pieces of pineapple in each group. Let's look at number 2. Share 20 peppers between the 4 pizzas. How many peppers should there be on each pizza? Now I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and I'd like you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and I'd like you to draw out the 4 pizzas on your paper, and then draw out the 20 peppers, and I'd like you to share them one at a time using the same method that we've just practiced, crossing them out and drawing it on the first one, and so on, to find out how many peppers there will be on each pizza. Okay, so let's have a little go together. Let's begin. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. And we'll start again. 1 for you. And can you see whilst I'm doing this, it's making it really clear. Every time I use a pepper, I'm crossing it off and I'm drawing it to make it really clear. If you're finding this a little bit tricky, you could use anything in your house. So you could have 20 counters. You could use 20 pieces of pasta. You could use 20 cuddly toys. It's up to you. And you can share them equally between 4 groups. Okay, so I'm going to do it all the way through until I've shared them equally. Taking my time, and I'm not rushing. Nearly there. It's a big number. It's definitely going to be more peppers on each pizza compared to the other ingredients. I wonder why. Fantastic. So I've shared them one at a time and I've used up all the peppers. So we know that there were 20 peppers and we shared them between how many pizzas? 4. Right, let's begin. How many peppers are there on each pizza? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on that one, 5 on that one, and 5 on that one. Have we shared it equally? We have. So there are 5 peppers on each pizza. Right, let's look at the groups. 1 group, 2 groups. How many groups do you think there's going to be? 3 groups and 4 groups. So there are 4 groups with how many peppers in each group? 5. Excellent. Let's look at question number 3. A pizza is cut into 12 slices. So these are all the slices. There are 12 of them. Sam and Mo share the slices equally. So equally means they have their same. How many slices do they each get? So Sam down here says, I wonder what we are sharing between this time. Is it 4 again? Are we sharing between 4? And the little girl said, I don't think it's 4 again. We are sharing between 2 people. So we need to make sure this time we're sharing between 2 groups. And again, she's going to give them a slice one at a time. Who do you think is right? Are we sharing between 4? Or are we now sharing between 2? Yes, we're sharing between 2 because there's only 2 children, Sam and Mo. So I'm going to draw, that's Sam and that's Mo. That's group number 1 and group number 2. So I need to share them equally. So how many slices of pizza are there? There are 12. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now for each slice I've drawn a counter to make it easier. So how many slices of pizza does Sam have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many slices of pizza does Mo have? 6. Have we shared them equally? Do they have the same? Yes, they do. Brilliant.